We are up for Tuesday in Gaxmoor. That's what we're doing. That entry was way too energetic. Alright, so let's talk about what we're doing. We've got Mike, we've got music, we've got drums, we've got Mongolians, I don't know what's going on. And we have Tagaxages. So I'm just going to jump into this. We're going to talk about what we're going to do on the stream tonight. So I'm going to turn on the background trace layer. And you see A18, A17, A15, A14, A10. We're sweeping that away. Is that the right way as you're looking? Yeah, look at that. No, we're sweeping that away. That away as you're looking at it. Alright. That's the opposite of which direction I'm looking at it. So I'm just going to jump into this. I remember reading in Gaxmoor last night in the book of the same name that A18 was ruined houses, so we're going to do that. A17 is in stables, and A15 is an orchard. I know this because I have a Mekon-like brain. So let's just jump into it. Let's get ourselves all warmed up by drawing some ruins. That would be a good start. And I'm like 5 minutes early, so people are going to probably pop in and go, "Oh, you cheat, you said that you were going to do this at 6 o'clock, and I'm going to be, you snooze, you lose." You know, maybe... Alright. Because when I turn that off, it looks like a big hole there, but... Oh, they're slightly more intact over here. Oh, I remember reading that now. Yes. I remember reading that. Okay. Is that roof detail? Miss J would be mad if I start drawing roof details on the ink layer. Nah, I think we can get away with that, right? Oh no, let's jump up. Let's do this. And I think, if I remember rightly, we could pretty much just come all the way to the edge of the map with these suckers. Mostly intact. Not really intact. Not really. Is it though? Is it? Mostly intact buildings. that have seen better days. Quite know what I'm doing with this particular ruin. But let's just forge on, let's just keep going. I'm gonna treat that like some kind of back shed. That's what I'm doing here. And I'm gonna draw a bigger building here. Partly in ruin. We'll do a little bit of floor sticking out on these bits. It looks like teeth. Do some little planks on the floor here. Maybe not all of them should be completely ruined, you know? She says doing another ruin. We're going to come back through and add all of the roof details and everything. But first we draw Pac-Man. And I think we should draw some bushes along the side of the road, but I'm going to do that in a vegetation layer. It will add a little bit of oomph. Help frame that road a little bit. And not everything has to be completely on the map, so... That's probably going to get cropped off. So but I think it's okay to like draw content that's going to get cut off, because then at least it goes up to the edge, you know, it's less fake holding everything in. I can't decide about that empty space if I want to put something there or not. I'm kind of thinking computer says no. I'm not sure it needs it. I'm not sure it needs it. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes the map benefits from having like some freaking fields showing through, you know. So I think I'm gonna leave that. All right. So let's come over to the other side, and the other side, I'm gonna just turn my narrate layer on for a moment. We're gonna come in. We're gonna basically use these trees as our boundary, maybe up onto the hill here. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. So let's actually tuck some stuff into the trees. Let's do that. Like some guy's old house up here. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Now, if he's out here, then he's probably got a barn, right? Let's do one door lying on the ground, open. And let's do a hole in the barn. Yeah, that's one thing that the original map didn't have was farms. So, but I think we're going to add them as like a texturing thing. I'm trying to think where the road would be to connect that with the city. And I'm thinking it would snake along the base of the hills and probably between these buildings here. I mean, it's going to be all overgrown and everything now, but let's just hint at this a little bit. And then we'll really pick out the details when it gets into colouring. Now, the reason why I'm obsessed about getting a road in here is because we're going to do some other buildings like off the main road, and they're connected somehow, right? Even if it's like a dirt track. A little bit of debris from the break. And we are going to come back through roof details, roof cracks, etc. I want to draw them on a completely different layer. That's why we're leaving it for now. Let's do one that's pretty much intact. We'll just do like a hole in the roof or something. let's go that way. I think to you it's that way a little bit. I think these structures are going to benefit strongly by actually showing some fences, you know, and that type of thing. I don't think I want to do any more than that. I think let's get some fences, let's get some vegetation in here. Let's get our orchard, and I think that's gonna probably be sufficient. Let's get our roof details on. Let's do roof details. Let's give these some love in the kind of knocking them down type of way. We're gonna go too crazy. Just a little bit of texture in, you know? Give these roofs a little bit of life. Just, it helps give it a little bit of dimension, I think. You know, if you think about it, this map, if it gets printed off like this, you don't see like any of those roof details. But how can we resist? Because there are going to be posters going around with this map. There are. Even if I have to print it myself, there are. Now this isn't one where we're going to do a hole. We're going to do a hole in the roof. There we go. And I think likewise here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Is that enough? Yeah, I think that is. I think that's it right there. I think maybe we switch to a little bit of vegetation, but let's do... Do I want to do vegetation and, like, borders, barriers, hedges now? Or after the orchard? I'm thinking after the orchard. Papa Fox Tacos. Welcome to the stream. Papa Fox, I know it'd be spoilers to tell us who or what ran over Gaxmoor to cause all of this ruin, but I'm super curious. You want to know something truthful? I don't actually know. I don't know, because I tend to skip that bit, and I'm going to have to probably read it at some point, because I need to understand about the climate of the area and everything, so I need to read to see if it's even mentioned, but I don't know. Now, I do know the kind of creatures that are here in the encounters, a little bit, from the little I've read, but I actually don't know the circumstances behind Gaxmoor, and I don't know why the players are coming here, which is probably sacrilege, but fun fact. And Angel is here. Big hugs to Angel. You didn't miss anything, both of you, by the way. I was drawing ruins. That does not look square, does it? That is not square. Look how off that is. Alright, well, we're going to do a square one. Oh, I say square. We're going to do rectangular. And I'm thinking about doing something like this. This is what I'm thinking about. Yeah, let's do it. You know, I actually like buildings that kind of fall beyond the walls a little bit. Like a French chateau, you know, from the Napoleonic period or something like that. Can only sleep for 45 minutes. Flash these and start premiere. Don't worry about it, Angel. It's all good. It's all good. You gotta do what you gotta do, girl. It is never a problem to me. Is that what I wanted to do with the... Is that what I really wanted to do? Yeah, I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna roll with it. What is the flash? Oh, flash. The flash. Yeah, okay. I think I know which one you're talking about now. Is that which one's that? So I'm making this like a stables and coach house. I'm making it kind of a bigger deal. Let's not do that. Let's bring you down to here. Then let's do that. There we go. There we go. I don't think I've seen it. Let me hit pause. I haven't seen any. I don't think. think little watering areas, you know? Alright, the rest of that is going to be, we're going to do flagstone interior, we're going to do mud, we're going to do some overgrowth, and we're doing little watering troughs. Let's do roof details. Angel is stoked for Halloween, can't wait. Nor me. You heard that you read that I shipped my armor down to Game Hall, getting ready to rock and roll. I plan on wearing my armor all day, and it is gonna kill me. Guys, in reenactment, acclimatize themselves to wearing their armor all day. Me? I'm just gonna jump straight into that, and I bet it ends me. I'm so stoked to wear it though. The Larica segmentata feels so good on me. The helmet, the sword, get the beltius. It's gonna be great. I've never worn it all in one go. What happened here? What did I do with that? Let's get rid of it. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Photoshop, go home, you're drunk. Let's kind of do little gaps. Alright, I'll roll with it. True story, I don't normally celebrate Halloween in a traditional sense. Coming from England, we don't really do Halloween. It's a very American holiday. And Jack and I have gone into a habit. No, it's not a habit. It's a routine. And it's a lovely routine that I very much adore. Where we'll watch horror movies on Halloween. But we don't really do the whole trick-or-treat at the doors or anything like that. Once we did. We played Call of Cthulhu and just answered the door all evening. And it was fun. But, this year, being at Game Hall, and they're bringing in kids from all over, like local schools and stuff, I think it's going to be kind of special. They're asking the adults to dress up. So, what would I be if I didn't dress up? Come on. I want to represent. And I don't think I can go as anything other than a Roman soldier. Next year, if I continue to do a Roman-themed cosplay shit, I am actually going to step it up a notch and I'm going to get some, musculata, or whatever they call it. You know, the solid, breastplates that the Romans did? That's what I want to do next. Maybe a little bit like Gladiator and stuff with horses prancing on it. I just didn't want to spend the money. Don't you give out candy on Boxing Day. No, we continue to eat the masses of food and drink the masses of alcohol that we've got in the house. Traditionally in my household, Christmas Day was spent with one relative. Boxing Day probably with another. But the entire week of Christmas is one of just feasting and drinking, and it is the favourite time of year. I don't get to do that so much now I'm in the United States. Because America's like, alright, you head to Christmas, back to work. But it's so different in England. And they bring out all of the old movies, the classics that I used to watch with my dad. It's so good. And you get you get the TV guide and you figuring out which movies you want to watch and when. Angel, you'd love it. And then all the family gets around the TV, and it's 2 days after Christmas, so you're eating lots of snack foods, cheese and crackers and Scotch eggs, a slice of Christmas cake. I miss that so much. Brian, big hugs, man. Haven't seen you in a while. Last week, I think, sometime. Love you, man. Thought on Boxing Day you give presents. You do, but asterisks, right? Boxing Day historically was I think one of the things which might be a myth was like the masters would give presents to the servants and serve them on Boxing Day. I don't know if that's true or not. I heard that it wasn't, but it's a myth. Anyway, in England though, like if I'm just with my mum and dad, we don't give out presents again on Boxing Day. We've done that on Christmas Day. So Boxing Day is almost like a mini Christmas Day, but you don't give out more presents. But when I was younger, we'd go to see one family, let's say on one side of the lineage on a family, and then we'd go see another one on the Boxing Day. So it ends up then you're doing presents twice. But you know the modern world. It's more about relatives than it is about traditions. And Angel, you would seriously so much love it. It's like, oh, they've got the Wizard of Oz on at 7 o'clock, but then if we switch over to the other channel, we can catch Bridge over the River Kwai until like midnight. And then the following day, oh, they've got that comedy show I like, but then if we flick channel, we can actually catch Morecambe and Wise. Oh, it was so good. So good. I don't think anywhere in the world does Christmas Day as good as the Brits. I gotta be honest with you. I used to work at a printing factory. The entire printing factory would shut down for a motherfucking week. A week? It was more than a week. Just like Christmas Eve, like we're done until the new year. See you next year, guys. And everyone would go home. Oh, are you kidding me? Now, of course, not everywhere's like that in England. You got nurses, the support, crews out there. Of course, it's not like that for them. But the spirit is the same. Christmas in England is a week. It's like, do a week of Christmas or go home, Did I see your comments about the most memorable weekend, Halloween? No, I did not. Tell me about it. I'm sorry, I missed that. I wasn't on Facebook that much today. You know me, I'm a Facebook whore. But work kind of demanded my attention. Brian says, Christmas needs to be a 3-day thing. Absolutely, mother agreed. The amount of effort that America puts into Christmas is ridiculous. I think the Western world it falls into that category. Let's start Christmas in October. Some places are doing that, right? So we're going to do 3 months of Christmas for 1 day. No, it needs to be at least 3 days. At least 3 days. Now it's worth it. Angel says, my most memorable Halloween was a session of D&D Ravenloft campaign. Now you're talking. In a mausoleum through the night until the morning. In a mausoleum? Girl! Now you're talking. Now you're talking. That's awesome. I think if I was going to do a home from home, there's a cat fighting something back there. If I was going to do a home from home type of Halloween, I think Rainbow World, it would be at home, like where I'm at now, running Call of Cthulhu with friends in fancy dress. Because I love kids on Halloween, man. I really do. They're so freaking cute. I just want to throw chocolate at them and shit. And it is so American. It is so American traditions are part of the reason why I came to America. Because it's just, I just want to hug them. And I love that shit. The thing is, in England, it's like right around Guy Fawkes Night. Guy Fawkes Night wins because that's our tradition right there. Make a mock dummy of a dude and build a bonfire and throw him on it. Woo! England! The bigger the bonfire, the more likely it is to fall over, the better. And don't forget to take your guy, the stuffed dude, the mannequin that's going to get thrown on the fire, around town beforehand, asking people to give you a penny for the guy. The more realistic the guy is, the more money you raise up front before throwing him on the fire. One time, some young punk kids came up to me and they had their guy in the little trolley. It was one of their friends in a stocking and everything. I saw through that one. Brian says we have that Burning Man. Now, Burning Man, I really respect Burning Man, but I never ever ever want to go. Like, I am all about just let people live their life, and you know, if it makes them happy, cool. You know, have fun as long as no one's getting hurt, right? And Burning Man is one of those things where it's like, dude, that's cool. You built this massive, huge edifice. Oh my god, it's moving and it's on fire. You know, whatever. I've got to respect the sheer ingenuity that goes into some aspects of Burning Man. But like a week in the desert or whatever it is, like with no showers and it's stinky and it's horrid and it's like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I want my Wi-Fi. I want my computer games. I would be the person looking down on Burning Man from up on a hill from the comfort of my mansion. Okay, that's me and Burning Man. Very appreciative, not judgmental, but distant. I am a snob, okay guys? I am a snob. I am Roman senators standing on a hill looking down at the plebs. Maybe entertained, but certainly not participating. That's the reality of me. Angel, you are hitting your time of year then, aren't you, girl? That's awesome. See, I think that's the thing, Brian. I wouldn't even partake in that. You know, it's cool that you would, and I'm sure you'd have one hell of a bloody time. You know, but I don't know, man. I think I'd even find that type of thing like intimidating in a way. I can imagine Roman women looking at Germans like cavorting and like doing whatever shit that barbarians do and being enthralled, and yet at the same time a little bit like scared. That's me and Burning Man. Frankly, if I'm not going to Burning Man in an RV with like a high degree of comfort, I'm not going. But that's kind of me and nature, to be honest with you. I love nature, don't want to be in it. Alright. Papa Fox wasn't telling me to save, so I hadn't saved up until then. But that is looking like a kick-ass stable. That's what I'm talking about, right there. Angel, you and me, We're together on this one. We gotta take a little home. In fact, maybe, Angel, we take a little home and our D&D, we play D&D, and occasionally we look out, we go, ooh, they're burning something. Maybe we drink something, and then we go back to D&D. I can go without Wi-Fi for a week, says Angel. That wasn't me. I never claimed that. I'd like to think I could. I wouldn't like to put it to the test. It's one of those things like, so I went to Bulgaria for like 2 weeks, right? To visit my mum and dad. And I was prepared to do without internet. Okay, that's good, right? But my mum and dad had internet, so I was like, oh my god. So, I didn't really go without internet, did I? Papa Fox is overwhelmed by witchcraft and burning effigy festivals. Alright, let's do the next bit. Next bit, A15. And Papa Fox, you are forgiven. I did literally go half an hour without saving. Half an hour without saving. What number was that? I flicked it on and flicked it off. A15. I think I even said it out loud. I sometimes literally don't listen to my own voice. Alright, A15. Apple orchard. The orderly... Hold on a minute. Sometimes I like looking at previous maps just to compare descriptions to how the original mapper did it. So here is the description. The orderly row of trees. I guess down that way, right? That's orderly. That's orderly. Like a boomerang. That's orderly. Don't be mocking. Of course, I'm drawing on my roof details layer. That will teach me, right? Anyway, orderly. Orderly rows of trees and split rail fence. We're going to add a fence. Surrounding them, identify this area as an orchard. As you approach the orchard, you hear a soft hum of insects. The branches of the trees hang heavy with ripe fruit, and your mouths water at the thought of eating something other than stale bread. But I brought meat, says one of the players. Shut up! Stale bread, it's in the description. And salted meat. Ah, see? Of your iron rations. Alright, so it's an orchard. It's an apple orchard. Surrounded by a fence. We can do that. We have some skills. Let's turn that off. Alright. These don't get coloured the same. So we're going to draw... No, why did I just do that? We're going to draw on this layer. Let's come to 6 of the pixels. Let's do this a little differently. Let's do this a little differently. Whose orchard is this? Let's start there. We are missing the person that owned the orchard. So I'm going to draw a house near the orchard. Let's start that with that. Little ruined, right? Everything's kind of ruined in this part of the map. Oops. Well, that could be ruined, so maybe that's not too bad. Alright. This is the person that owned the orchard. I think the orchard needs a barn. So we're gonna do a barn here. Now we're going to draw the orchard. Now we're going to do the orchard. King Bashman! I think King Bashman, did your Kickstarter launch today, or were you just sending me lots of pictures, like, in anticipation to tomorrow? King Bashman is one half of Two King Games. And I have two cats fighting, and no, you didn't hear sirens here. I think you heard sirens on the music. Because apparently that's the thing. A14. Well, what is A14? Where is A14? Why are we asking about A14? Oh, A14. Alright. Who asked about A14? Papa Fox. Alright, I will answer you, Papa Fox, because I like you. Sorry. It is a collapsed building. Another husk of a building marks the corner. Guys, could we not? Could you fucking not? There's like having two kids. Another husk of a building marks the corner of a major street. Spot the problem here. Marks the corner of an ancient street that circumnavigates a city. Do you think that's what that is meant to be? No, that's meant to be a hill, right? That's not a street. It doesn't match anything else. Alright, we're going to have to draw a street. Apparently circumnavigating the city. The building appears to have once been one of many hostels that cater to the merchants and their ilk. Only the rear portion of the building remains intact. We will draw that. The front is collapsed and the door is buried beneath the rubble. That is A14. It's not battle. It's never been battle, Angel. What are you doing? Angel just wants a scrap. I'm going to just add a bunch of commands that are basically variations for Angel. Scrap, punch, nut. Nut King Bashman. That's Angel. Oh, you're trying to track down the owner of the orchard. That would make a great deal of sense. That would make a great deal of sense. I never thought about that. I added an owner. Let's get rid of our scale just for a moment. Alright. So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to add... Is she having a seizure? No, but I'm going to add a tree there because I want to do a fence line here. And here and there, I'm going to break the fence just where the post has fallen down. The fence butts up against the back of our stable, right? And I think it's going to go alongside these hills here. I'm probably actually going to bring it up to the hill here. And this is where I like to occasionally then add a tree to soften corners. Alright, let's get back to you. Alright. And I think we'll leave... No, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep doing this. You could do it! And then this is going to be another example of a corner, right, that I want to soften off on. I'm now going to join onto the barn here. Or what was the barn. Then we're going to do a gate right there. Alright. So it's a different shape, different dimensions, but I think it has a little bit more plausibility to it. And basically, our rocks are like bluffs. That's what's proving to be part of the delineator to where the orchard stops. We'll do another little gate here. Alright. We're going to do that. That is all going to be our orchard space right there. That's a good size orchard. That's the idea, Angel. A little bit more personality, right? I never knock a previous map. But that's one thing I think I can bring into a map. I try to do personality, you know? There are a lot of great looking maps out there. Look at the previous Rykodon, right? It was perfectly fine. If you saw that in a book, you wouldn't even blink. Except for maybe the pay scale. But the main differentiator between that original and what I did was I think I added a lot more personality. That's what I try to do. That's my hallmark, I think. I don't just draw maps. I draw places where people live. Thank you, Papa. You get where I'm coming from, right? It's like, I'm just trying to think through every little location. Why would it be here? How would it form? What are the natural constraining boundaries of whatever insert it is? That's what I think about. Now, I'm not going to then shift into the tree layer because I'm going to do orchards and that's an entirely different colouring. So I'm going to stay with my ink. And we are going to do even rows. We're going to do even rows and we're going to do it this way. Or do we do it at an angle? This way. Maybe on an angle. Because you come through the gate and you're just looking down rows of trees. That would be kind of cool. Mr. Valor 2017 is here. Shing! I don't know why we're doing this. But I'm all pumped, Mr. Valor. We're doing it. We're going in. I don't know who I'm stabbing, but I'm doing it for Valor. And Valor's dueling Papa Fox. And Papa Fox kicks his face in. Mr. Valor, 0 for 4. Oh my god. I don't know what to say, my friend. I'm glad you're keeping score. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm glad you're keeping score. That's awesome. That is awesome. It's not awesome for you. I wish actually Streamlabs kept track of that. I wish it would say, Mr. Valor lost. He's now 0 for 4. Lols. Wait, so you did go live. Papa, so King Bashman, I thought you were going live on Wednesday. I thought you were just sending me pictures. Post your link to your Kickstarter in the chat, please. Angel stabs like Claudius. You know what we're going to have to do, Angel, is if you do something like that, it kicks off a boss fight. And I do need to alter our bosses. I do need to do that. I need to throttle them back a little bit because he keep like, oh, it's like fighting a Cthulhu. It's like, yeah, there's bosses and then there's bosses. They're not meant to be that tough. And yes, congratulations, King. I'll tell you what, Mr. Valor. I'll tell you what, my friend. If you can get to 0 and 6, I'll give you some gold. All right. If you can lose the next 2 fights, I'll give you some gold. Ah, that makes sense. So King Bashman says we changed it to Tuesday after the weekend, so it's a few days after Game Hall. Makes a lot of sense. Gives out Claudius cheat codes. Right on. Alright, everyone, seriously, click that link. Click the King Bashman link, please. I'm going to do it right now in chat. Oh, save. Yep, we're going to hit save. Alright, I'm bringing this up. This is a Kickstarter that you need to go to. It's The Legends of Gimcrack. It's by Two King Games. Please go there. Check it out. Okay, seriously consider backing it. Two King Games, they build games for our younger generations to get them into tabletop role playing. And I think that is such a noble thing. Back them. Back them, okay? Get in on this. Let's support them. I'm drawing a map for it, by the way. I guess I did the map for it already. But yes. So get in on it. What cute artwork is that? That is insanely cute. King Bashman, I think you made a couple of tweaks since I last saw this. This is looking really stylish, my friend. You did good. Hey, I remember that map. This is good. This is good. You did good. What beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artwork. Wow, look at that one. Alright, that is fantastic. I will be getting in on that. Alright, I've got an orchard to draw. I want to create rows of trees. Rows of trees. I've been in orchards, okay? And the beautiful thing about an orchard is you almost get these alleyways of like apple trees or apricot trees. And you know, it's so beautiful. You get this little regular canopy coming over. That's what we want to create here. That's what we want to create. So I'm drawing these trees a little bit more uniform in size. And certainly in a line, right? Which the previous map didn't have. This is important. The human eye, if you draw an orchard, the human eye sees an orchard. Because it's not natural. The human eye immediately identifies it as a man-made thing. So that is what we're doing here. And it doesn't have to be pixel perfect on alignments or anything. As long as it's darn close. And I think this is what's going to do it. Angel, you've been to a few vineyards, but never an orchard. I've been to an orchard in England. I don't want to do that. Been to a vineyard in England and America, and both under the same guise. Pick your own fruit. The one here in America was actually for apricots. Or I think you guys say apricots. And they were this big. I got a photo of me like 12 years ago. Like with one of them. Freaking that big. They were apricots the size of your head. OMG. That was quite a day. Orchards, honestly, are really cool. Because you get this beautiful... Not only is it trees, right? Or small trees. but you get this beautiful shadowing effect of cusp, 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 cusp. Ah, it's almost ancient, you know. It's just what man was meant to do, just survive, live off the land, plant a freaking orchard. I don't know. Yeah, Papa Fox. Yeah, pick your own business. Yeah, I tell you, mate. Tell me about it, right? I went to one that did blueberries. That was hard work, man. Walking around with my little white bucket, picking blueberries all day. Holy shit. But did I get some blueberries out of that mother? In England, it was rhubarb and gooseberries, both of which would have most Americans like scratching their heads with puzzlement. But let's just say I was making rhubarb jam and rhubarb crumble and gooseberry crumble. Oh my god, gooseberry crumble is the best. I feel like I should get some gooseberries and plant them here in America just to like, you know, import them. See now that looks like an orchard, right? Control S, Papa Fox, thank you. That looks like an orchard. It's like OMG. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Trees in rows. White picket fence. I don't know if it's white, but that's an orchard. Alright, what else we got? Angel, though, has been to sugarcane farm in Hawaii. I have not been to a sugarcane farm, and I have not been to Hawaii. I would like to correct both one day. Bye, Angel. Mwah. Thanks for joining. Papa Fox, I hear what you're saying. It stands out, right? I think I want to actually add some farms here and there, but I think I'm going to draw the exterior before we do. But like this area here, oops, not, let's not do that. This area here, this area here, this area here. I kind of want to add some farms. You know what I'm saying? You feeling me? Start getting some fields in there. Even if they've been trampled down, destroyed and burned, you're still going to have those bushes around the outside edges. You're still going to have those tilled fields. And I think it would add some interesting texture that I think the human mind is expecting to see. Then that way the orchard becomes part of it, not just a plot point, right? Alright, A14. Ruined building, mostly intact to the south, ruined to the north. Next to a road which doesn't exist. Man cannot live on horses and apples alone. Yeah, but one's meat and one's fruit. Then if you turn the apples into some kind of, like, alcohol, like cider, I mean, I'm just saying, it's going a long way towards my dietary needs right now. Meat? Fruit? Fruit's good for you. And enjoyment. Right? This is one location where we're going to take the spirit of the original. And we're going to meld it, bash it down, and stew it into our will. No, but seriously, this is one building where I want people to see the map and they are immediately reminded of Gaxmoor, right? So this particular location, we're going to draw in the same place. We don't do it with everyone. We're going to draw it in the same place, same dimensions. But we're going to modernize it. Something like that. Let's set the roof details. Even though this isn't roof, let's do it on the roof details layer. Because why not? Alright, roof. You want to get over here, girl? See, this is where we need cat cam. You want to get over here? No, you can't over there. Okay. I'm not going to install 2 cameras. There's going to be a cat cam over here, but there's not going to be a cat cam over there. You're not the boss of me. Big building where merchants were at and feeling slate roof. Right? That's my thought process right here. So let's do that. So add a little bit of roof detail in here. Alright, just a time check for everyone. I'm probably going to go for about another 40-50 minutes here. We're fair motoring along, which is great. That's the good news. There is no bad news, so that's even more good news. There is bad news. I'm basically out of drink. I need someone to type in exclamation wine, and let's see if this works. Yeah, that's kick-ass. That's kick-ass. Mr. Valor, you're a lifesaver. Now let's see if he heard that. Now if he's playing Fallout 4, he didn't hear it. He heard it. He's not playing Fallout 4. Holy sweet Jesus. Yeah, Mr. Valor, do your thing, my friend. Do your thing. Alright. 22 is going to be another break in the wall. Alright, let's read these out, guys and girls. Let's read these out. Mr. Valor, you are a lifesaver, and I love you for the fact that you heard the plaintive call. Wow, there's a lot of individual locations right here. So let's explore this. Ooh, what's that? The Shapely Inn Siren. The Shapely Siren. That makes a lot more sense. Right, that's A7, so that's around the corner. That's probably not tonight. Alright. So what we got? We got 10. 10. The edge of an outdoor market. Oh, we're going to draw a market. Alright. The fire died out at the edge of the farmer's market, so a few structures still survive in a dilapidated fashion. You hear the sound of stones or bones rattling through the side window of the nearest three-sided structure. First problem, they don't have a three-sided structure. Second problem, it doesn't feel like a farmer's market, right? We are going to draw a farmer's market right there at A10. I don't know about this three-sided structure, but we'll figure it out. Alright, A9. A9. Alright, so we've got farmer's market, then we've got remains... No, A9 is the farmer's market. Oh, I'm getting confused, because A10 has some little structures right in the middle of it. Alright, A9 farmer's market, A10 is the edge. Oh, that's kind of weird. 10 is the edge of a farmer's market. 9 is the remainers of a farmer's market. So 9 and 10 are basically farmer's market. Okay. I disagree with where the farmer's market is located. I'm just saying. I think the farmer's market would be either in town, or honestly, closer to the road and closer to where you have your stables and things. I think the farmer's market would be over there, but hey, that's just me. A9, farmer's market. Nothing but charred timber stands as mute witness to the savagery of the humanoids. Ah, Papa Fox, a clue. The broken remains and stench of the outdoor market vaguely remind you of the rotten teeth of the last group of humanoids you vanquished. Why are you smelling their teeth? Why is your face that close to their poor dental hygiene? Or are you ripping it out of their jaw? And shame on you, barbarian, that is deplorable. Alright, so we've got farmer's market. Then, what is 13? What is 13? Yeah, Papa Fox, three-sided structure. What? Yeah, we're not doing it. Don't worry about it. If we do a three-sided structure as a tent, okay? We'll do a big tent in the middle of it. Maybe we'll do that. A13, more ruins. I almost feel like they've overnumbered this shit. But, you know, I suppose if there's stuff in the ruins, right? A14, collapsed building. Oh, yeah, that's the one we did. A12, dilapidated tavern. A11, burned out building. Alright, I think we get the idea. 8 and 9. 8 and 9 and 10. Whew. 9 and 10. Farmer's market. But before we get there, hold on. A14 right there that we just drew said it was on the edge of a road that goes all the way around town. If there is a road that goes all the way around town, I think it's got to be at the top of the hill, right? Because you got like water and shit that gets in the way. So I think we're going to do that largely with colour, okay? We're going to do that largely with colour. But to remind ourselves, let's actually draw a road on the edge of town. Then a lot of it, you'll see that it will follow that curve, right? Now imagine walking around that curve. You got the tower, you got the slope of the tower, you got a drop off to your right, but the road snakes around. That's what this is about right here. Like this type of shit. It's all about visualizing it. Honestly, to me, GMing is the same. Visualize it. Tell your players what you see. If you can tell people what you see in your mind's eye, then you are part way to being a good GM. Just visualize it. And maps, I believe, are the same. Visualize the terrain. Just draw that. Just draw that. I'm still puzzled why there is a market there, but that's not changing. So I think the market has to link on to the road that we got to the right there. Yeah, alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Papa Fox, one wall fell. Actually, honestly, Papa, I really like that idea. I really like that idea. No, that shows imagination, my friend. I like that idea. No, so hold on a sec. Hold on. Where's my scale? Where's my scale? There's my scale. Alright. I like to keep this just for reference, right? Keeps us honest. Let's put it there. So, Papa, what if there was a 3-story building? No, 3-story. Hold on. What if there was a building about 30 feet square that had partly crumbled, right? And what if they built a tent maybe not that much. Hold on. What if they built a tent off that 3-sided structure and tent in the center? What if we rock that? Alright. Let's bring you've all seen me do marketplaces before, right? To the point where I should be cutting, copying fucking marketplaces right now. But that's not what we do. That's not what we do on the Faden channel. But this will be a little bit different. Because this is an open air market which has some solid structures in here. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to do some knockdown, burned out tents and shit. And 1 or 2, like, wooden structures, like, you know? I'm thinking Renfest, North Texas Renfest type of thing. And Papa Fox, I agree with you. You gave me the inspiration for something like that. I like it. I wouldn't have thought. See, that's why I love Twitch. You just hung out with me and gave me that idea. You basically said, what about this? I'm like, oh, yeah, actually, I never would have done that on my own. That's what I'm talking about right there. Alright, so this has to feel a little bit more permanent. And like anything else, we're going to do roof details separate. And probably some holes in there, right? Yeah, you see, that will work. That will work so hard. That's what I'm talking about. Right. Let's get our baseline in. Let's get our baseline in here. Alright, so a tent is actually going to be pretty damn small. Alright. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm so anal about keeping our roof detail separate. Alright, so you know there's gonna be burned out tents and shit too, I mean. But let's do our permanent structures and then we'll do tents around them. No, let's not do that. Papa, you've seen things like that in real life. This one's going to take me a little bit longer to draw, I think. Because normally, I would just be like tearing this shit up right now. But having to think about destroyed tents and permanent structures, that's why we do it. You know what? If Mr. Valor comes back, I'm going to duel him. We're going to see if we can get him 2 more losses. Come on, Papa Fox, you got to get in on that. You got to beat up Mr. Valor right here. Farmers would have built with wooden structures anyway. Makes sense. Burned out husks of buildings. And tents erected to take the place. I like what you're saying, my friend. I like that quite a bit. Alright, we've got Papa Fox and Mr. Valor. And Papa Fox wins. Papa Fox wins. 0 and 5. There's no way you can lose 6 fights on a run, my friend. There's no way. But you know what? At this point, I'm not sure how much tents would have replaced in a war zone. I want to be careful of this. But I do want it to feel like a marketplace that's had its ass kicked. Are you leveling up behind the scenes? I believe you are. I have no idea how it works, because everyone has stats. Maybe, Mr. Bala. Maybe. Mr. Bala. I am, in fact, a kobold. Alright, let's do the edge. Let's do the edge over here. Let's do an equally impressive edge of the farmer's area. I think we're going to delineate it with large tents. If we're doing roof details, I suppose it's right. Let's get some tears and things in here. A map making kobold. You know, actually, that's gonna. You got little like goggles on your head. Just to add to it, you've got like binoculars here. Maybe spyglass. You got your scrolls on your back. You got your backpack. And you're just shuffling along the landscape going, whoa, 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 whoa. Goblins and kobolds, man, they're my favourite creatures ever. Gotta respect. Papa Fox, burb. Yeah, you go, man, burb. Burb your heart out. I think I made a decision that for my tents, we're going to just hand draw each individual one. And I'm not too worried about doing a roof detail of the tents. Alright, let's turn that off. Alright, but let's turn the scale back on. Yeah, these scales are okay. These scales are okay. Basically, we're going to fill that area. We're going to fill that area with an old farmer's market. Quick zoom out. Let's get a good view of this thing. Let's hit save. Looking good, guys and girls. Looking good. Look at that. The ink on paper type of thing just gives me goosebumps. That looks so beautiful. That looks so beautiful. I love it. I love it. This is going to be a good looking map. This is going to be a good looking map. Permanent structure. Let's add to that permanent structure an awning. Torn cloth. Let's get some torn cloth where there were tents. I normally draw islands of tents to create footways between. Well, what about if there's islands of just torn cloth and there'll be burned ground here? Back, ex-co-worker telling me how shit everything is since you're not there. Warms your heart. Yeah. Yeah. That's basically saying, we love you, man. This place, not the same without you. You make this place worthwhile. Yeah. That's... So, like, Papa, if you don't mind sharing a little bit, you don't have to, like, get into any details. What was the story behind that? Is there anything you can share? That kind of covers the area, you know what I mean? I'm wondering whether if I want to come up on the hill or not. I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm okay with this. Alright. Oh, let's stick with it. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Old market. Done. 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 Let's do 13, 12, and 11. I think they're variations of broken buildings, but we'll read them. You know what? Let's keep that on so we know where 13, 12, and 11 are. Papa Fox says, being me, behind me, being let go. I blacked out and sleepwalked through parts of my shift with elderly patients. I blacked out and sleepwalked. Not safe. No harm done, but not safe. Went to the doc on Monday. No word yet. Dude! If nothing abnormal shows up, might just have to chalk it to exhaustion. Wow. Wow. My mum and dad used to work with elderly patients, and my ex-partner in England used to work with elderly patients, so I kind of know the field. That's, but that to one side, the whole blackout thing, that's kind of, that's crazy. That's crazy. Forgive me if I say this, but I hope it was just exhaustion, to be honest with you. That's just nuts. The book is coming out. The Book of Truth. "11. Burned out building. You gaze upon the remains of what once was a large building. All that remains are scorched limestone walls and a few charred beams supporting a portion of the roof. Under the remains of the roof, in the southeast corner, there's a hole in the floor that must lead down to the cellar." Alright, let's do that one first. I don't want to really draw all of these perpendicular. I think they'll look weird, right? Like 11, 12, 13, and 14 all like on the same thing. So we're going to break that. We're going to break that mold right now. So we're going to draw wall pieces. I don't mind it going underneath the trees. I mean, how many times do you see a tree, like, over the top of a roof of a house or something? Alright, but what we want to do is we want to at least have part of this roof, like, intact here. looks a poot. Then there was a little hatch in this corner, in the southeast corner. So hold on. Right, little hatch in that corner. Fallen timbers. Alright, 11 done. Let's do 12. You know what I want to do, Papa Fox? Actually, exclamation save does a scream. That makes me go, oh shit. Papa Fox, it's never happened to me before. Highly irregular. Lost a job I'd had for 5 years. Nothing but excellent evaluations. Honestly, man, that fucking sucks balls. That really seriously sucks balls. You're a great employee. We fucking love you. And then something like that happens that you have no control over. That's just fucked, man. That is seriously fucked. I'm sorry. $12. And if you're British and I did that, I'm sorry. Dilapidated tavern. Why is a wickle fella? Hello. A badly chipped and faded sign depicting a robed man with overflowing cup of whatever. We're not drawing any of that. Most of the common room is burned down to the foundation. The fireplace and chimney remain intact. There's our drawing point. As well as the rear portion of the building, which served as a pantry and kitchen. Alright. Old tavern right here. They have a lot of buildings on the outside of this city. I'm just saying. Southern end. Was it Southern end? Rear portion. What is the rear? What is the rear? Like, depending on which direction you approach this at, the rear changes, right? But let's assume the rear is towards the city in each instance. So the rear is intact. Ish. There we go. Alright. The rear is intact. And contains a kitchen. And the chimney is intact. Let's have the chimney stand out on its own. Not like that, we don't. Hold on, mate. Hold on a second, bro. Alright. Chimney. Where's our scale? Where's our scale? Scale. There's a scale. 60 feet. 60 feet by 90 for an inn? That's not bad, right? That's not bad. You know, after the 2 King Games map, I didn't think I would ever draw so many ruins ever again. Boy, was I wrong. I think Gaxmoor is going to beat it. Gaxmoor is my ruined city. I had no idea when I took on this assignment that this is the type of drawing that we'd be doing. Right, time check. About 10 minutes, okay? Let's see what we can get done in 10 minutes' time. Alright, we got a chimney. We got the southern part done. A13. Let's see what A13 is about. We read that out for Papa Fox before, but it is ruins. Another in... Well, hold on a minute. 12. Dilapidated tavern. Right next to it. 13. "13 is an inn. Or tavern or hostel. So basically 11 and 12, no, 12 and 13 were basically the same. Alright. Very little remains standing above the ground level. Only a heap of charred timber and some collapsed stones that once made up the walls. As you follow the cobbled walkway towards the ruins, you see a cobbled walkway, huh? A set of steps in the southwest corner of what used to be the main hall. Alright, so we're going to do steps in the southwest corner. So A13 is just pure, unadulterated. Yeah, alright. Stone. It's an outlying shape. That's all that it is. We're going to make it pretty big, I think. Because apparently it was one of the biggest inns, taverns, whorehouses that Gaxmoor had to offer. And it was boom chicka pow wow. South. What corner? What corner had stairs? What now? A13. I should write this shit down. Someone needs in the chat to be paying fucking attention. A few stone steps in the southwest corner. A few stone steps in the southwest corner. Alright. Let's draw them now. Because this is a type of stupid detail I like to do on my maps. Fuck yes. This is what we do. This is what we do in Fadenland. We get stupid. That's what I'm talking about. It's kind of on the same angle as 12, but a little bit different. Control S. It's saved. Don't judge. It said hostel, not brothel. Yeah, it said 3 things, and I remember 2 of them. So it's a brothel. And Papa Fox, thank you. You got my back on the southwest corner. I should have been watching what you had to say. And Papa Fox, punch King Bashman in the face. Like, just do it, man. He's squaring off against Mr. Valor. Mr. Valor's not even here. Mr. Valor has gone off to do something, and, like, King Bashman's squaring off. Someone punch him in the back of the head. Alright, so, what is 8? I want to decide if this is a good time to end the stream. We did a lot of work tonight. We did good tonight. Alright, so 8 is exactly what I thought it would be. More ruins of commoners' homes. Seemingly endless rows of rough commoners' homes have been reduced to a deplorable state by the ravages of the invaders. Behind these shacks, the majestic walls and the marvellous towers of this ancient city break the skyline. As you admire the city walls and palaces in the distance, you have an epiphany. The work of these common labourers will live on in these beautiful halls of the inner city, even as the record of their own existence is buried and forgotten in the dusty annals of the unheralded. That is some history shit right there. Alright, so A8 ruins, A6. I often think about that. You know, we read the works of Livy and Cicero and the likes, and I love those guys. I love reading their words. That's a time machine to us. But what about the millions of people that we don't read their lives of, you know? We don't know who they were. We don't know what they went through. That's why I love history, man. Alright, Area 6. The buildings here are a total ruin, but at some point, the locals must have grown raspberries, for there are tangled patches of these thorny bushes covered in the large bunches of the succulent berries. So A6 is more ruins. 6 and 8 are the same thing, but it's a colouring thing. In 6, we're doing berry bushes. That's that. I think, honestly, that's a pretty damn good point to end the stream. You know what I mean? And we'll come back tomorrow night and do more ruins to start with. Probably warm ourselves up. Draw a berry bush. Baboonski, thank you for joining the Legions. That is very much appreciated. Right at the end of the stream, too. That is rock. That ends on a high note right there. I mean, what? Can't end higher than that. Unless someone like, hey, here's $5,000. That would be to follow. That would. Baboonski, bring those elbows. You're my type of guy. I like it. Wait, okay. King Bashman, Mr. Valor's here. Come on. Come on, King Bashman. Before we end the stream, we're gonna end the stream on one of you motherfuckers going down. Come on. Baboonski, guess what? What? King Bashman, accept that challenge, or I'm gonna dock you gold. Baboonski, come on, man. What do we got? What do we got? Alright, King Bashman has done it. Wait a minute. King Bashman has challenged Mr. Valor. Oh, Mr. Valor, you did the @ symbol. You don't need the @ symbol, man. You don't need the @ symbol. Don't drop the @ symbol. Stop with the @ symbol. You do the @ symbol again, I'm gonna at your face. Come on. I've never ended a stream this way. If you got this far on YouTube, my apologies. Baboonski, I'm getting a PDF of the city map to Anchor's home by cartographer Alyssa Faden. Isn't that neat? That is pretty neat. That is pretty neat. I tell you what, my friend, if you hit me up on private chat, that sounds dirty. Let's just stop there. I was going to say, if you hit me up on private chat, I'll give you a PDF to a lot of my maps, my friend, but that's cool. I'm getting a PDF of the city map. Thank you for doing that. Seriously, that's awesome. I appreciate that. I love the support. The supporting me, supporting the projects I work with. That honestly, that goes a long way, Baboonski. Mr. Valor and King Bashman, will you guys stop fucking about? What is wrong with you guys? It's not loading the jewel. I'm going to assume, like, both of you do exclamation gold. Both of you do exclamation gold. Maybe you don't have the gold. I'm going to end the stream on you both being miserable failures. There's no cost. There's no cost for doing a duel. We got 30 for King Bashman, 3 for Mr. Valor. Mr. Valor, hold on a sec. Hold on. I don't know how to do this. Gold add. Gold. Mr. Valor. Jack, if you're in the stream, will you try to see if you can add gold? That was one of the things we did on Sunday. Gold, Mr. Valor, add. Gold, add, Mr. Valor, 100. Hey, there you go. There you go. Mr. Valor, stop being so poor. Well, I'm gonna assume that Mr. Valor screwed up on the typing, because now he's got gold. I just gave Baboonsky 753, dude. 753. Are you kidding me right now? By the way, if you're here for the cartography, yeah, we stopped doing that about 5 minutes ago, I guess. Wait, I'm going to do a summary in a second. Papa Fox. Papa Fox is an Optio. Ooh. With 154 gold. Baboonsky's here for the elbows. That's good, my friend. I got lots of them. Ooh. Will you guys stop putting @ symbols in there? I don't know why are you doing @ symbols. Stop that shit. Just like, look. It ain't that complex. It ain't that complex. You have to? Really? No. I deny you. No. See, this music right here is exactly how this stream is ending right now. It's a joke, my friends. It is a joke, sir. A joke. I'm gonna nut someone. No. There's no way you have to do the @ symbol. See? No @ symbol. What am I talking about? Come on, Valor. Come on. And there is a cooldown. There is a cooldown on the duels. And Mr. Valor, you may be under the same cooldown. You might be under the same cooldown, which is what the problem is. So I might have to duel Bambooski. It's not going to work, my friend. It's not going to work. I think you're under a cooldown. I think that's what's going on. I'm gonna suggest something. How about we do an arena? Exclamation arena, and I think you then do space and how much you want to bet. We all just go mano a mano. Come on, we all want to fight. We all want to finish this mapping stream with a fight. Come on. Exclamation arena, space, and how much you want to throw down. Come on. You got 2 minutes. The arena's going to be open. Baboonsky, get in the arena. Exclamation arena and how much you want to bet. Come on, Baboonsky, you're loaded with cash. People are on cooldowns right now. This is the music for it. We're dueling in the arena. Only one person's walking out. Alright, we've got Valor in the arena. We've got me in the arena. We've got King Bashman in the arena. Baboonski, arena up, my friend. Come on. There we go. Baboonski, lay down some serious cash. That's what I'm talking about. You guys all lurking in the background. Don't want to talk or anything. That's cool. You're here for the awesome maps. And I appreciate and love you. But this stream apparently is ending violently. We are just going in with the elbows and the nuts and the chokeholds, right? Chokehold. And motherfucker. If you can name that movie, I'll give you 50 gold in the game. Is there any way to end the stream other than violently? Apparently, from this point on, no. And Baboonski, love you too, man. Claudius, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Claudius. You are out of this, my friend. We're going into the arena, my friend. We're all armoring up. We're doing this. I got a Wacom pen right here. This is like Joe Pesci. This shit's getting real. And I won. Yeah, you see that? You see how that works? I'm not just the admin. I won the arena. Oh, you cheating bitch. You cheating bitch. I did not cheat. I did not cheat. I have no way of cheating. But I won. Oh, yeah. You see that? What a way to end the stream. Alright, okay, I think that's a good point to end this stream. That had nothing to do with cartography, but I love you all. You're so awesome to hang out with. Alright, so I'm going to end it there, but let's do a quick recap. So this evening, we did quite a bit this evening. We drew these stables, we drew the orchard, we drew these ruins, we came over here, we did some ruined buildings that all have descriptions, are all numbered. Numbering this map is going to be a bitch. And we did an old farmer's market, which I think actually looks pretty damn good. So tomorrow, I'm back, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to fill that area there, right in the middle of the screen, with more ruins, basically, in a nutshell. Which actually brings us a good ways around. We're just gonna keep on going. And then on Thursday, we're just gonna keep more of that, okay? Then on Saturday, I'm probably gonna come back to colouring Keystone Reforged. Because we haven't looked at that one in over a month. And it's gonna be a fun colouring project. So I think we'll switch gears on Saturday. So that's where we're at. I think it's looking pretty good. I'm very excited about this map. The outside is most of this map, so I think it's going to be a good one. So, this is where I'm going to end it for the night. I'm going to go off and make myself something to eat. You guys rock. You rock so hard. I was laughing so much at the end there. I mean that. I truly mean that. All of you. You are so good. I love mapping, just hanging out with you and having a drink. Which case, I do. All of you have an awesome evening, okay? I love you. Back tomorrow night, okay? Back tomorrow night. We're gonna bring the elbows a little bit more. Until then, everyone have a good one. See you, baboonsk.